One,
2,
three.
4.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of Second Opinions. I'm your host, Briley. This is my co-host, Vision.
What up?
And we got some mystery topics today and a brief rundown of pretty much who we are, who I am, who Vision is. And first, we have a poll that we'd like to discuss. Vision, if you'd like to discuss what our poll is today.
Okay. Well, since our podcast today is about us as a person and getting to know us a little bit, I wanted to take the time and get to know our audience as well. So, Sprilly has created a post on Twitter about our topic, which is what type of person are you? And meaning, like, are you a type A personality, a type B personality, and type C? If you don't know what those are, type A is like, I would call an ambitious, organized, eager type of person, like the alpha or whatever. And type B is like the beta, which is like a relaxed person that can tolerate change, more of like just a relaxed type of individual. And type C, most uncommon through some sciences and everything, but I would say like as a true introvert type of person, more hard focused on doing their own thing or whatever they're interested in.
All right, and you can find out how to answer that poll in the description. It'll be a Twitter link. Click on that. It'll come to my recent post. It'll ask you type A, type B, type C, and you can click from there. And if you're coming from Twitter, then this might be the first time that you've seen this podcast. So, welcome to Second Opinions.
Welcome, welcome.
If this is your first podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Once again, let us know in the poll what type of person you are, and let's get into our first segment.
I have a question though. What do you think our poll is gonna be like?
I feel like we got some type A people. I feel like we'll have a lot of type A's.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of type C's. Just like people searching the web, just being introvert, focusing on their own thing.
What type of person do you think you are?
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say type A, just because I feel like I'm organized and ambitious. I'm always like eager to do new things. Like you just brought the podcast up to me, and within like one day we just had it like ready to go.
Ready to go, ready to record,
Like
yeah.
I was like down, just like day one. What type of person do you think you are?
I feel like I'm a type C person.
Ah, the introvert.
Oh yeah. I definitely would like to say I'm more introverted. I have my moments of confidence where I like to hide my introvert and I try to be out there and super confident and stuff, but I'm definitely an introvert.
I definitely feel like you have traits of a type A though, as well.
I do believe I have some type A traits as well, but once again, if I have to lean towards the side,
Right.
I think it'd be C.
I want to point out something. Uh, you said that you were a type C, but you said we'd have more type A's. And I said I was a type A, but we'd have more type C's.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know the psychology behind
that's
that.
funny. Yeah.
But that was interesting to me.
That is really interesting that we both kind of assumed the other's personality.
And F all those type B's. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fuck type. No, okay. Maybe that's why we're such good friends. Maybe it's
Yeah,
because you're a
maybe.
type A and I'm a type C.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the psychologies behind it, but it's just interesting to know what people think. Maybe that could be one of our topics later on. Is like if we get a lot of responses on this, we could do some research about those types of individuals and
Yeah,
see what
that'd
we
be
find
really
out.
cool. And you got 4 days to answer that poll. Not so if it's been over 4 days and the poll's probably closed up by now, but if so, let us know down in the comments. We'd still really love to know.
Absolutely, always open. Anything you guys want to say? Comment sections there.
Oh, and once again, that reminds me. In the comments, if you have something, a topic that you want us to talk about, comment it down below, and we will more than likely respond to the topic. Just put a topic down in the comments, something you'd like to hear us discuss, and more than likely, and since it's our super early stages of the podcast, if you comment, more than likely, we're going to respond to that and talk about it.
Yes, I agree. All right, so what is our goal for today? What are you gonna start us off with?
Well, first, for our first segment, we'll be just talking about us,
All
talking
right.
about who we are, and I guess I can kick that off first. So, I'm Spirilli, and I do have a real name. I don't know if I want to discuss my real name yet, but I am Spirilli, and I'm only 19, so I haven't exactly lived a whole life of telling, but I pretty much just went to high school, graduated high school, went into the National Guard, and that was quite the experience joining the military. But pretty close to when graduation time came around, my knees were getting really messed up from all of the exercises, so ended up getting some bad knees and wasn't able to graduate. So ended up coming back, moved over by where Vision lives, and that's how we met. I ended up getting a job. We started working at the same place, and met with Vision. We have, I guess, technically different types of personalities, but we connected pretty good and ended up being good
Pretty
friends.
quickly, really.
Oh yeah, pretty quickly. And because of my knees, I wasn't able to hang on to the job, and he let me have a place to stay, and ended up moving out, moving to a different state. But of course, we still stay connected, still working on my knees and VA benefits. But that's pretty much my story so far.
And it happened so like rapid. It was
Oh yeah,
like we were like friends. Boom. A couple weeks later, he moved into my house. Boom. And then all of a sudden, you're just like gone. You just moved
yeah.
away. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like one of my good friends is now gone.
I know because I moved back to my hometown, which is like an hour away from where Vision is, and once I moved back to my hometown, within like 5 months, maybe 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
I'm now like 16 hours away.
Yep. Hey, that's what we got internet, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what this
Um,
podcast is for. It's just
right.
an excuse for me to talk to you now.
Right. Oh, I do have a question about your story though.
Yeah, so
How did you figure out the name Spirilli?
that's a really good question. So it's actually a really good question. I was looking for names for a friend, and he wanted to change his gamer tag to something, and I was like looking through like people's like ideas of game just like on the internet, and people are like, oh, Fatal and the Reaper and all these like dumb things, and I saw Spirilli as one of the answers. And I originally told him about it because I'm like, wow, Spirilli, that sounds cool. And he was like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird, but I thought I liked it. And so I Googled up the name like Spirilli to like see what it meant, and it meant nothing. Like nothing about Spirilli came up. There wasn't a single word. So I was like, wow, if I become Spirilli, I will literally be the only Spirilli. Like if people hear Spirilli and they look it up, like they're going to find me. Like they're not gonna find anything else. It's only gonna be me and like my brand. So I got rid of the Aries, what I used to be, and I made myself Spirilli.
So yeah, if you see videos of Aries, this is the same dude.
Yep, my and I you'll see lots of montages posted to this channel because I am quite the game guy, and some of my old clips, which I think is only my first montage. Those are still all me, just because they're not Spirilli.
Yeah, you
Those
didn't
are
really talk about that
all
much.
still me.
I expected to hear more about your gaming and like your favorite games and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, well, I have a lot of different games I play. Should I play super competitive? I wanted to play Call of Duty professionally, and I did it like amateurly. I played a lot of like game battles and like MLG tournaments and stuff, but never never became pro, unfortunately. That was kind of
No
like what I was
way.
wanting to do, and then I moved off the Call of Duty scene and started playing other games, and now I'm trying to hit max rank in Rainbow Six Siege, which is champion, and trying to hit Grand Champ in Rocket League, and it's just a grind. But yeah, I do. I play a ton of games. If you guys want to message me, we could play some games.
Yeah. I feel like that's where your type A comes in. like your type A personality. It's like you're so
Yeah.
competitive in those video games, you know, but then anything outside of that, you're just so introverted, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just who you are.
That's true. I feel like when I'm by myself, I'm more introverted, like, 'cause I can control that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll be
Ooh,
more
you like
introverted.
control.
But yeah, oh. But if I'm like talking to a girl or something, I can't be all introverted and shy, you know. So that's when the type A comes out, and I'm
Right.
trying to be all confident and stuff. Or like if I'm like talking to a friend, I can,
Or you're
can be
just
like,
being
oh,
19.
yeah, exactly.
All right. So I guess my turn, I
Yeah,
suppose,
let me know about you.
because everybody wants to hear about me. No, I'm just kidding. So my name is Vision. Will not say my real name. Um, I'm 25. I've been like around a lot of places, but I like to be, you know. So I lived in Oregon for about 5 years. I don't live there currently. I wish I did. Oregon is probably the most beautiful place on earth. If anybody lives in Oregon, shout out for sure, because you guys got the most beautiful state, and that is not
True.
a topic. That is a fact.
It is so beautiful.
But um, I actually have a college degree. Well, started going to college for computer science, and then realized that coding wasn't really my thing. I went down to Salt Lake City for coding and for Newmont University. So anybody here from Newmont University, shout out, because that's some hard ass work. Um, so I dropped out of Newmont after like a year. I just wasn't feeling it. Like I passed all my classes and everything, and then I got to C++, and I was like, that's kind of hard. And if it's already hard and it's something that I'm not passionate about, I'm not gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so moved back to my hometown and got a college degree in auto body and auto mechanics. And I'm totally doing so much with that right now, being on a podcast. And I don't do that for a job currently. I just have that degree and have that experience, and I want to go back to school for graphic design. And I'm really into music, which is how I got all my recording stuff to do this, is from the music I create. Because when I lived in Oregon, I started to make music because of a low point in my life. And man, I'll tell you, when you are at a very low point in your life and you need help and there's nobody there, turn to music, because music will turn your life around like you wouldn't even imagine, especially if you're an artist. Um,
Oh yeah.
so if you have a passion for that, like, I know not a lot of people make it, but you just gotta have that grind and that fire in your soul to just grind it out. And even if you don't make it, if you just do it for a hobby and you're passionate about it, who cares? Like, just love what you do and be who you are. There's nothing wrong with who you are as a person. And that's kind of the reason why I want to know what type of personalities we have out there. Because I get to see a bunch of people agreeing with me and some people not, you know what I mean? But back to me, I guess. I do have a couple albums. Well, I'm in the middle of an album, but I have one album out as another alias. I used to be called Casper. I recently just changed to Vision. The reason I chose Casper at the beginning is because, well, I'm white and I'm very pale. And so I just thought Casper was fitting, and it's Casper with a K if you're trying to look it up. It's CasperOnTheBeat.com, SoundCloud. You can find
Link in
it
the
there.
description.
Um, but now I recently changed the Vision just because I feel like my mission, for lack of a better word, has changed. Just because the point in my life that I was making music originally is not rooted to me as much as it has been. And I feel like my rhythm and style has changed and progressed as an artist, that I needed a new alias. And it's something that was more permanent. I feel like Vision is going to stay, just because Vision is like every song that I want to make or person that I want to like influence or inspire, there's a set mission. Everything has a set mission, a set goal. There's just a vision to it, you know what I mean? So That's why
I
I'm
like that.
Vision. That's who I am, and that's it. If you have any questions, comment below.
Yeah. Like I said, link in the description, and make sure you check him out.
Check it. Check it.
Check it. He's way better than he gives himself credit for. That's a guarantee.
No,
So if you like that NF style music, but like with its own twist on it,
I wouldn't even compare my don't. Yeah, I wouldn't compare myself to NF.
like I said,
Maybe
he like I said, he's better than he gives himself credit for.
right. It's just if you want something that's different than what's out there, check it out. If you don't want to check it out, don't check it out. I don't care. I do it for me,
Link in the description.
but I also do it for the people I want to inspire. You know what I mean? Like music's supposed to be a thing that is there for people and have a passion about that. Have like there's so much emotion, different emotions in music that every genre has that mood for every person out there. You know.
Yeah.
That for every person that says, "Oh, my favorite music is country," it's probably because they uh, have a favorite song that puts them in that mood. You know, that just like sets them back, like back in time, or like puts them in a romance mood or whatever. You know, every genre has that style.